Hey guys, so we're back. I think this is part 6 of our multiplayer Let's Play with no quitters as Songhai. We're basically, from what it looks like, on a large island with only the Greeks. They attacked us early and we held off that attack. Then we took these two city-states and then I used a Greek general to steal this gold tile. And so tensions are probably pretty high, but at the moment, after we upgraded our composites to crossbowmen, we're actually the leaders in military might. And so here, if I have any decent food tiles in range, I might actually want to grow. So that's really slow growth there, but it's better than no growth. And so since I do have the military lead, I might want to start attacking the Greeks because they are the tech leader, not only by one tech here. So really it's sort of a fine balance between spending too much on military and or it's a choice, a constant choice you have to make between what you can get away with in terms of improving your science and to a lesser extent improving your economy versus building up a military for defense, and then whether you want to flip that military over to be an offensive army. So here we have our third university complete and both specialist spots filled. Unfortunately that stagnates our city. We'll have to get a farm up. We can build a granary here, that'll speed things up a little. Oh, so we already had pearls up. I didn't realize that Sidon had improved those. Buying that workboat and rushing around to get Ragusa's pearls online wasn't really necessary. But it wasn't much of a sacrifice either. We have a pretty good war chest here. Yeah, so in terms of going long term, I think we're fairly safe from the Greeks for the short term. I'm going to grab the printing press and try to build the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't know if anyone else has built it. I don't remember seeing that alert, but I could easily have missed it. Our manufactured goods are not so great, but the Greeks are worse, so at least there's that consolation. Alright, we're still one tech behind. Behind the Greeks, but our science per turn is starting to hum along, so that's good. terms of working only on improved tiles, we need to improve some of these forests to keep our production going. So actually settling my citadel one tile back would have been a little more conservative. We'd have still grabbed this gold, and then access to the citadel would be restricted by only one tile. So from a tactical standpoint, that would have been better. The reason I settled up here rather than back here is, you know, I want to get the most bang for my buck and claim the most tiles, as many tiles as I possibly can. Of course, had I settled back here, it would have been much safer. So we're going to work on a Coliseum here, but we're going to switch over to try to get more food. That is to say, once we've farmed the appropriate tiles. We don't have a lot of hills down here, so lumber mills are one way to supplement our production. Unfortunately, my puppets seem to be growing faster than my core cities. Ragusa especially, since it's on gold focus, it's working all of these coastal tiles, and these coastal tiles happen to be giving a lot of food. So here, I have the option of plopping down a 5th city, which would claim another unique luxury. And I think that's actually what I want to do here. So, I can squeeze out a settler in a mere 2 turns. Right now, I've fallen out of the lead in terms of military might, but at least it's not the Greeks who are ahead of me. We're 1 tech behind the Greeks. And otherwise, we're doing okay. Our manufacturing goods are below average, but in all other categories, we're just behind first place. Alright, so I have a spy now, and it looks like I was the first to enter the Renaissance era because if someone else had entered the Renaissance era before us, we would have gotten a spy. So, of course, I'm going to settle that in Athens because they have some text that I do not. They might put their spy in Athens as well as a counter for counter espionage. We'll see how that goes. And I think rather than going for public schools, I want to get my production up and my cannons up. So one reason that he might want to have an embassy right now is that he hasn't seen my capital yet. I think his scout has seen my capital since it's been all around it, but it's possible that my borders had expanded enough by the time his scout got here. Alright, so Spades wants a research agreement, and so we would both benefit from that. He doesn't have very much gold, so I guess that means that we'll play peaceful for a while. So that wasn't so much of a risk for me because I have a lot of gold. And so Spades going for the research agreement there. If he was just doing it to deprive me of gold, it hurt him a lot more in terms of loss of gold. So next I'm going to get this theater up to make sure I can keep my people happy. And I also need to hope that there are no barbarian camps spawning back here. Doesn't look like there are. I'll send my horsemen home just in case. So, because of that research agreement, I think that the Greeks are genuine in their wish for us not to go to war, at least until the completion of that research agreement. So, that means that, let's see, chemistry improves manufactories, which I have none, mines, which I have some, and quarries, which I have some. Do I want to spend 10 turns going to chemistry, or do I want to go for scientific theory and get public schools online? I think I'll finish off steel, and then I'll shoot up towards public schools. Because I am feeling safe with the Greeks here, and if I can maintain the tech lead without getting killed in the meantime, or maintain a strong tech production without getting killed, I'll be in excellent shape for the long game. So here we can get our workshops online and farm up some more tiles. Start putting in more trading posts as Sedone expands. By expand, I mean as its population increases. Both of our puppets are nicely building gold increasing buildings. So all in all, things are going really well. It's not the most exciting game in that we've been looking at the same stretch of land for a while, but at least for me, there's been this constant tension between or constant decisions as to whether I should be pushing military or I have the luxury of going for science. So here I'll bring my workers down so that I can improve those furs as soon as possible. And I'll get my other workers in position to build the road. So I don't know if Spades is playing some weird game or he's trying to lull me into a false sense of security by saying everything I want to hear, but it's probably working. And so right now I'm tied with Spades in terms of number of techs. So I don't have excess marble, I don't believe. But do I need dice for any of my We Love the King days? No, I do not. I can give you pearls for your dies if you want. So he probably needs marble for a We Love the King day, and I have no incentive to help him out without something in it for me. Oh yeah, there's Almaty up here, which I haven't, I've actually stayed on their good side. So we're going to get our people in position. We're not going to settle right away so that we won't go unhappy and we can actually grow. Can return my horsemen to the front lines. Farm up some tiles. And I'll stop the video here, and we'll see you in the next one.